Hey, welcome to Cal-Free Kicks. I've got a really nice new drop from New Balance today, but before I bring you this video, I just want to start by saying a massive thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far. If you haven't subscribed, just take 2 seconds to click the button on your device. It will appear below the video, big red subscribe button. Also, if you like what you see, don't forget to chuck the video a big thumbs up and click the like button. And you can also drop any comments below and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Before I hold you up any longer, let's get into the review of these New Balance 530s. So when I review a pair of shoes, I look into 5 main things, and at the end of the video, I give them an overall rating out of 5 stars. Now, I've got to apologise quickly, I have had to make the background of this video slightly darker than I would normally, because the amount of lights I normally use are just reflecting straight back off this triple white sneaker, back into the camera, and it just looks like a blur of white. So I really want to show off the features of this shoe, so I have had to make it a little bit darker. Hope you don't mind. To be honest, it's more about the shoe than it is about the background and me anyway. So let's start with how this sneaker looks. Now, these MR530s or 530s from New Balance come in many different colorways. There's so many out there at the moment. They've just been released in this triple white colorway and also a triple black colorway. Now, the reason these caught my eye is because they look a huge amount like the Nike Spiridon Cage 2s that have been released. And I think that these ones could offer some value, as these only cost £80, but the Spiridon Cage 2s from Nike come in at £120. So I just really wanted to see how these hold up, because they do look very similar. You've got a lot of synthetic overlays on this shoe that holds together this quite heavy set mesh cage on the sneaker. Now that is exactly the same as the Nike Spiridon 2s. As you move around the shoe, it continues round the back, and again you've got a little bit more synthetic overlay detailing with a very small heel pull on the back of the sneaker. As you move around the side, you've got the New Balance branding that's off in like a silver sheen, which looks quite nice when the light catches it. As you move back round to the front, you've got the tongue of the sneaker. Now I don't know if you can see clearly, but it's just a little bit of a different color to the rest of the shoe. The rest of the shoe is triple white, but the tongue is like a light aqua blue. When the light catches it, it just creates a light aqua on the inside of the sneaker as well, which is quite nice. You've got the Absorb midsole for the sneaker, which again has this slight light blue to it, and then as you flip the sneaker over, you've got a very heavy set white tread on the shoe, and you've got here, you can see the Absorb colour underneath is a darker blue, and some of that blue is carried over from the tongue, and also you could just see there from the bubble on the side promoting the Absorb. I think they look really good. Let's have a look at them on feet. They've got a very clear dad shoe feel to them. They are a 90s inspired running shoe with this very oversized chunky midsole, and the detailing on the sneaker as well just being a little bit over exaggerated. They do look quite big on feet, but overall I do like them. It depends though, if you're not a fan of the dad look, I don't think this sneaker really is going to be the shoe for you. Next, I want to move on to their comfort, where I'm going to put them on the step outside my back door just to see how comfortable this Absorb midsole is. So this chunky Absorb midsole does have a nice amount of comfort to offer on these sneakers. It has a very nice soft bounce to it, but it doesn't have too much bounce. There's a bit of rigidity in there as well to offer some nice support. Now the upper of this sneaker is a little bit heavy, but it does feel nice and cozy on top of your feet. What you've got with this mesh cage here, underneath it, you've got a thinner mesh material that sits on top of your foot. So whilst this can feel a little bit abrasive, underneath that, the softer material does feel nice on the top of your feet. Now these are a true fit, so don't worry about half a size up, half a size down. Just stick with whatever shoe size you would normally go for. And again, don't be expected to be blown away by the comfort that these offer, but for the price, I think they are nice and comfortable. Next, I want to move on to their weight, where I'm going to pop them on the scales and show you how much they weigh. So these weighed in at 343 grams, which is above the weight I'd normally like to see for a pair of sneakers. Normally I like to see shoes weigh around 300 grams if they're going to be very lightweight, or probably maximum 330. So coming in at 343, it's a little bit heavy, but you've got to take into consideration what this shoe offers. Now, these are based on a 90s running shoe silhouette, but I wouldn't say that they really are a proper running shoe for these times. I would say that these now are more of a lifestyle sneaker, part of the dad culture, offering great comfort day in and day out. With the amount of midsole that you get, that does offer nice comfort, the overlay that you've got on this shoe, but also the amount of grip and tread you have on the sole of this sneaker, these could be in your rotation for a very, very long time. So when taking that into account, 343 isn't really a bad weight. Next, I want to move on to their breathability to put this mesh cage upper to the test. The upper of the sneaker is incredibly breathable. This heavier cage mesh that you can see underneath the New Balance emblem on the sides of the shoe, and also that appears in the toe box area of the sneaker, is very, very breathable. Underneath this heavier set mesh and cage, you've got a smaller perforated fabric that lines the whole of the sneaker. Now as you get towards the back of the sneaker, it turns into foam around the heel cup for extra comfort, but the rest of the shoe just looks like it does inside there, where you can see the New Balance emblem on the inside. Very, very nice and lightweight and breathable fabric. So really, I don't expect you to get hot feet in these shoes at all. Next, I want to move on to their price. Now these come in at £80, which I think is a great price because, like I said, compare them to the Nike Spiridon 2s, those come in at £120. Now you're getting extra comfort, you're getting the Nike branding for that extra money, but I think these do have a lot to offer for £80, and I'm going to give these a very, very solid 4 stars. I'm going to give them 4 and not the full 5 because I think looks wise they are lacking a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the kind of dad shoe culture. I do think these look good on feet, but I'm just not the biggest fan of how they look. And also comfort wise, they are nice and comfortable, but they're not standout comfortable in any way. I think you do get a lot for your £80 though, so overall a really nice shoe. I want to say a massive thanks to everyone that's watched today. Again, if you haven't subscribed, just take 2 seconds to do it now below on your device. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up if you like what you've seen, and hopefully I'll see you again soon for another review. Thanks for watching, bye.